Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tribal Trades, the altcoin show coming at you daily. This week we've started this on a daily basis thanks to your overwhelming positivity, and by popular demand and vote, you wanted to see a second show just focused on altcoins. I did my regular crypto show earlier a couple of hours ago. Please check that out. We talked about profit-taking strategies, which are very important. So if you haven't seen that, please go and see that, because it's not profit until it's actually you've realized it and locked it in. Okay. And so, of course, wherever you are tuning in from around the world, I want to welcome you to the channel. For those of you who watch on a regular basis, you know what to do. Smash that like button. You know what I was going to say next. This helps get the content out to more people and help support the channel. There are tons of links below in the description. Check that out. Links below to join the Discord, the most amazing Discord, the Stocks with Josh Discord. I'm in the crypto channel there. You can sign up with the link below in the description of this video. My cheat sheet is there. I've also got a Twitter link and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. In fact, all the links are in the cheat sheet. So if you get the cheat sheet, you get all the links, okay? That's why it's called the cheat sheet. All right, we're going to jump into news here. And first of all, we've got BLUB. So BLUB absolutely skyrocketed, but it's had a bit of a pullback. I think it jumped right up to 87, and last check it's back around 52, and it stayed there. And that's why where I said would be a first entry for those wanting to get in, or for those wanting to add to the position. And then certainly if it comes back down to around 38 to 42, that would be another area of entry as well. But just be careful. Meme coins can just go to zero. Most of them are going to go to zero. I don't think this one's going to go to zero, but you never know. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only, and I sure hope you're being entertained and educated. So here we go. So BLUB is the first ever meme coin on SUI to make it to the top 1,000 in market cap. History has been made. It also made it to 20 million market cap. I think it's pulled back obviously slightly from that there. So BLUB has absolutely been crushing. Now BLUB is the mascot of SUI. Is it? And if it is, and if it continues to go well, centralized exchanges will want to list it because they want to make money on the trading fees. And if people use leverage on it, they make a lot of money on the leverage trades. So they're incentivized to list it. And if they do list it, they need to buy supply in order to list it, which is going to be very bullish for BLUB. But let's see what happens there on the BLUB front. And also, which I didn't realize this actually was founders are also the Pepe founders. So they have the same founders as Pepe, the ERC21. Is BLUB the next 100x meme coin is on the run? Looks like it's the leader in the SUI ecosystem. Let's hope it stays there because we've all jumped in on that. Well, hope you've managed to get on that trade. When I posted it, it was a 5 million market cap, so it went up 400% in a bit of a pullback. Let's see where it goes from here. Like Josh had said the other day on his show, when he put the money into BLUB, he already kissed that money goodbye. I've done the same thing. But hey, also meme season on SUI there. I've got Lick, BLUB, SCB. I don't really know about the other ones apart from BLUB. I'm only in BLUB, but do your own research and be very careful. I'm not sure about the tokenomics and so forth on some of those other ones, but there are other meme coins. And if you're a meme coin trader, that might interest you there. So SUI has been all the talk since it went from 75 cents to $1. It went over $1. They've got USDC coming to SUI. An upgrade, which has it going a whole lot faster, and we'll look at that in a minute, faster than Solana. Binance is going to launch SUI futures contract with 20x leverage. Grayscale formally announced the SUI Trust, so institutional investors can now get access to SUI via the stock market. So just a lot of bullish things happening for SUI at the moment. It's also the only high-performance blockchain without any outages or partial outages here. As you can see, it's had no days. As we know, Solana is like the king of outages. Ton's had some, Aptos has had some. So from that point of view, SUI has been very good. Also, that what I just talked about before, being an upgrade, has reduced transaction speed, made it even quicker. It's actually 6 times faster than Solana, and it's also cheaper than Solana as well. Also, you can stake your SUI on SUI Lend, and if you've already done the BLUB thing, you already know how to send SUI to the to the SUI wallet. And there in the app section where you made the trade for BLUB, there's SUI Lend. You can click on that, launch that, and so you can stake your SUI there. And I've been staking it, but now you can restake it with liquid staking. So the difference between normal stake and liquid staking: with normal native staking, you just stake the token and you get the percentage yield back on it. With liquid staking, you stake the token, you get that yield and a extra liquid token that you can then stake somewhere else and get second round of yield. So there you can get, it's the double. Okay, so if you've been to California and been to In and Out, it's SUI Lend. Liquid staking is the double of burgers, the market there. So check out this article here. There's a whole bunch of information in and around that. And I will be doing a video about farming, staking, liquidity pools, etc. upcoming. Stay tuned. I think that's going to go live on tomorrow or Sunday, so keep an eye out for that. You can maximize your BLUB and SUI by adding liquidity on Turbo for 837% right now. This is incredible. When I added it, it dropped to 800%. It drops. The more people that jump in, the more it's going to drop, just by the way. So I'm letting this little secret out to our community here. There is risk, and this is why it's a high percentage, because if you join the BLUB and SUI together and they become like a liquidity pair, and they become a merged token. And so that means the price moves together. So BLUB goes to zero, your SUI is going to go to zero as well. That's called impermanent loss. I don't believe on this one. Some liquidity pools and farming don't have impermanent loss. That's pretty rare. Usually it does. But I'll do a deeper dive to this again on the weekend when I talk about SUI Lend and on turbos as well. Also, people were asking in the Discord, great question. Can you do limit orders? Like, oh, what if I'm sleeping and BLUB rockets and I wanted to sell it, or if I'm sleeping or if I'm doing something during the day? If you go to Cetus, CETUS, also an app in the SUI wallet, you can go there and there are buy, limit, and sell orders that you can set. I haven't tested it out yet, so if you've already done it and tested it out, let me know in the description, comments below, or of course in the Discord if you are in the Discord. And just remember, there was pump.fun, and then there was sun.pump for Tron, and for Solana there was pump.fun, and now it looks like Hop, which is where originally we talked about swapping, or we for the BLUB token is going to have some kind of called hop.fun. Could lead a real meme coin season on SUI, and we saw what happened to the price of Solana when everybody had a meme coin frenzy. If this happens on SUI and hop.fun, that we could see the price of SUI absolutely go parabolic. That's why I loaded up with some more SUI yesterday and some more SUI today, and I've got buy orders down. We're going to look at the SUI charts in a moment. I also have SUI on the cheat sheet and the swing trade and in the HODL. You can see all of the buy and sell orders that I have on there. All right, let's move. Oh, you can also see there, they've also listed some of the meme coin tokens that could do pretty well if that was to happen. But you can see BLUB is absolutely smashing at the moment. It has soared past FUD. A lot of people sold their FUD to get into BLUB. There are a couple of others that I haven't checked out. They have quite small market caps. Do your own research there. And of course, there is risk. Never risk more than what you can afford to lose. Okay, some Breakpoint conference for Solana is coming up. This is a great thread. I'm not going to go through it here, but it goes through a ton of projects that will be presenting that may absolutely skyrocket or be worthwhile investing before the conference happens. So check that out, Meteora. There's another one here, Magic Eden as well. I know some of these have airdrops coming up as well, and so certainly check those out. I did post the last couple of days on the Altcoin show. I did post a couple of airdrop references there, so check out those as well. You might be able to get some free tokens well from that. Okay, so we also have, look what is going on with the Vitalik and the Ethereum, because look at the outflows. Most of it's gone to SUI. So you can see here that there's just all this outflow from Ethereum going into SUI, going into Solana, going into Binance, and going into Phantom. people are exiting Ethereum. Just some problems there. Vitalik's out there pumping bullish posts, but behind the scenes, he's selling off Ethereum. The Ethereum Foundation is minting more Ethereum tokens and selling their Ethereum. It might be a good time to buy Ethereum. I don't know. We could have a bottom here in Ethereum. It could go up, but certainly the founder is just dumping their Ethereum. It's just not a good look, okay? It's not a good look, and a lot of people are following the founder and dumping their Ethereum and putting them into other projects. Fetch has been one of the projects people have probably been dumping some money into. So Fetch here is up nearly 2x from August lows. I'm up again on my Fetch. My Fetch is in house money already, and I'm just up even more. And certainly we're going to cover Fetch in the end in the technicals here. It's in my cheat sheet, so check out Fetch in my cheat sheet, and some buy and some sell orders in there as well. Okay, for Fetch and AI play, those are my three big AI plays. Fetch, Tau, and Render are my three big AI plays that I am banking on for this bull run and have already done really, really well. Okay, cutting losses explained. If you get on the wrong train, you should get off at the next station as soon as you realize it. The longer you stay on, the more expensive the return trip may be. I love this. And we're going to talk a little bit about more of this in the upcoming days and weeks. I've been a big advocate of cutting off your non-performers or your dead coins and putting them into stronger coins. You can always come back to these coins as well. I cut a coin out and sold it into a coin. Some of those profits into SUI, BLUB, ridiculously high. I could actually come back with the profits of that and put it and buy that coin at the same price or lower than what it was, 3, 4, 5 days later. Also, with the dual trading strategy or the triple threat trading strategy of having 3 portfolios, it's more easy. It's more easier to cut your loss and just say, I'm going to get out of this coin, because if it starts to pump, I'm going to jump in on a swing trade or on a day trade, still make money on it that way. And so that's why I always advocate. I love the dual trading strategy of the HODL and the accumulate a swing trade strategy. And if you go triple threat, you've got the day trade strategy. I covered it in my life-changing gains series. It's free, and I've linked all the videos in the cheat sheet. You can watch them, go over them, and I'll continue to refer to them as we move forward, okay? So I just like that. And Josh was the other day, he was saying how he was 50% down a coin, he cut it, he rolled it into another coin, which made 100% within a couple of days, and he made back that money. That's real trading right there. A very successful trader, and I do appreciate the stocks with Josh show and Josh and all the wisdom that he gives here. And certainly I'll be on a show again soon, and I will let you know, and we'll be talking some more crypto stuff. All right, so we also have Hamster. We've been talking about all these airdrops, these free airdrops, and we've got the Hamster token is actually launching on Binance. This is huge news and could really pump the price of Hamster. And so it's not too late to get in. If you haven't done Hamster and you think, oh shoot, I should try and get in, maybe get whatever free tokens I can, there are links in the description. I'm going to show you where on the cheat sheet in a moment, and it's going to be on Binance. Let's look at the other. So here we have all the different airdrops that I am participating in right now. Certainly, some of these are going to be better than others. Some of them are going to be absolute flops and duds. Some of these, hopefully at least one of these is going to be an absolute home run. And I'm not sure about Hamster, to be honest. There's a lot of people playing the game. That's a lot of tokens to get out to people. But if you didn't sign up and you want to try and get some, click on the link here. You've got about, 2 weeks left to farm some free tokens there. The X Empire one as well is coming up a couple of days after that. They've allocated more of their supply for the airdrop. I do also like Ton Station. Check that one out, the whale game. And Drift is the one that I love the most. Sorry. My 6-year-old likes playing the most. My 6-year-old likes playing that one the most. Not me, of course, not me. I don't have enough time to do these sort of things and these trivial matters. But he loves playing that one a ton. And I do like Blue as well. That's Blue on the base chain. And so that could be quite. Some of these other ones I'm not sure about. I haven't dug into enough. Goal, POTUS, I'm not sure. That's coming up in November. Hippo Gang looks like it could be interesting and could lead to something great. And Hexacore as well. I'm still kind of figuring those out. I am going to do a show where I deep dive into each one of these moving forward, so we can kind of learn how to do it as a community and how profitable they may end up being or not being. Let's see what happens. I am going to add more here, and I don't expect everyone to get into all of them, of course, but you're more than welcome to. And again, it's just free money. It's just you taking your time to do some tasks that they have, and in return they give you some free tokens, and when they launch the tokens you can sell that for real money and you can take profits on that. Let's see what that ends up being. We've got the first one coming up, Hamster Kombat. I'm not holding my breath. There was some controversy, there was some infighting there. They resolved that legal dispute. Let's see what shakes out there. They've got the Binance listing. It could be quite a nice chunk of change. We'll just see what happens, but also could be very disappointing. So just be prepared for that. Okay, we're going to jump into the charts very quickly. And we talked about Fetch. So there's a little bit of a double top here. It's fairly bearish. It came up right against the 200 EMA on the daily. That would have been a good place to take profits. I talked about that a little bit earlier in my other video, my crypto show video about the 200 EMA on the daily. That can be a good time to take profits. Where would the re-entry be? Probably all the way down here around $1.15 for me, or down here at the 50-day moving average at about $1.08. We do have another order block here down at 90 cents. So those would be some areas to reaccumulate here for Fetch, and certainly for profits to the upside. Certainly there is a lot of resistance up ahead. You can see here all the way at $1.84, and where we broke down from $2.22. But ultimately for a hodl trade, that's not a bad spot to lock in some profits. But if you're swing trading it or day trading it, that can be certainly a good chance to lock in some profits now and maybe grab some on the reaccumulate if we do come down and drop. And it does look like it wants to come back. If we look at the 4 hour here, we can also see some confluence here. There we go. The 4 hour 200 EMA is at $1.15. So that $1.08 to $1.15 area is an area of interest for me. And certainly at the bottom of this ribbons here at about $1.20, we might also see a little bit of a support here. There is a fair bit of volume just right here at $1.20. So we'll see what happens there with Fetch. Okay. And so let's have just a quick look at Render. Render hasn't done a whole lot since we posted yesterday. We've got that low and that we've got that higher low for Render there. So certainly for Render, much has moved there. Solana, very similar. We've got the low, we've got the higher low. It's still in the buy zone. Solana's still in the buy zone. Render is still in the buy zone. SUI is still in the buy zone. Yes, SUI is still in the buy zone. Looking for a retest of the 200 EMA on the daily. I'll add some there more at 97 cents. And certainly we could break down a little bit further to that 80, got the 50-day moving average all the way down there at 83, all the way down there, 83 cents there. But certainly we could see it down at SUI a little bit lower here. 87 cent range would be something. So there's that 97 cents and then 87 cents. In between there, I think I'll look to reaccumulate some more SUI there. Be great. Potenza Tau has been on an absolute tear since I gave the buy signal back down there at 225. It's gone all the way up to about $300. And we're coming back, it looks like, for a retest on the 50-day average there, and we busted through that and a retest of that. So that's a buy for me here on the retest of that. If it breaks down further to the 200 EMA on the 4 hour at 285, there could be an entry there. If we flip to the daily here, actually, we can see that we're well below the 200 EMA on the daily. It is slowly coming down. So any coin under there, I think, is value, but it's better value here than it is all the way up there at 330. That's where I'll be looking at taking some profits. So certainly there is a buy for me. Tau is a buy, certainly. And then let's have a look at Arweave. Arweave is probably still a buy last time I checked on Arweave. Arweave, yes, is a buy. We've got a low, and then we've got a higher low for Arweave, and that's a buy for me still. Arweave, And then banana is still a buy at $40. We've got a low and we've got a higher low that's still in the range for banana. And then we have HNT. HNT is just hitting the buy zone at $7.70. Certainly, I would just say for a dollar cost average, we certainly don't want to see a head and shoulders and come down and then get another shoulder there. That wouldn't be good for HNT. But there's been an absolute tear and it's really cooling off these high wicks. So even 770 is a very aggressive entry. I'm not adding any more here. I'm going to wait to see maybe if we come down to these lower levels here for HNT. But if you are wanting to get on HNT, $7.70 is an aggressive entry there for HNT. And then we have Casper here. And so Casper is still in the buy zone at 16 cents. We're stuck under by the looks of that 50-day moving average there. We're struggling to get above that by the looks of it. And so we could come back down and retest the 200 EMA on the daily, which is down around about 15 cents. So certainly in this area here, I feel is good for accumulation for Casper there. Okay, well, that wraps up the show for today. Again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget about the cheat sheet. I got tons of resources in there. And until the next episode, happy trading.